My name is Reyna Berrelleza. I am born and raised here in Phoenix, Arizona. I am an artist, painter, and currently a high school art teacher. I've been painting since I was really little, but took it more seriously in college. I did an exhibition last year, kind of showcasing the art that I've been working on prior to, and I kind of tapped into my roots of where my dad's from. He's from Sinaloa, Mexico, and I used the butterfly to show like migration, and that's been a big symbol in a lot of my art since, and so I want to kind of use that in the stiletto. When I think of chingonas, I think of women who are, can I cuss on this? Okay. Like badass women, right? And so when I think of that, I want to try to show that in the stiletto as with the butterfly, because butterflies are fragile, right? That's not what a chingona is. So I'm thinking towards contrasting the two in the stiletto. When someone comes up to my shoe, to my stiletto, I want people to feel, when they stop and look at my stiletto, I want them to feel mostly passion. Recently, I'm kind of in the thick of a challenge right now. I became an art teacher. I went to school to teach art because I love art, but I found that I don't really like the teaching portion, so I resigned from teaching to be a full-time artist. A big challenge for me is trying to understand the art market and how to sell and promote your artwork, and then also just being a full-time artist, right? Trying to live a sustainable life and make money while doing and painting. I started with just producing a lot, always making artwork and trying to sell them online without really talking to different venues like Luna Culture or coffee shops and things like that. And so it was really just online, and that wasn't super great. And so I moved into doing paint and sips. I loved doing paint and sips, and that was fun, but I felt like I was going back into teaching. Really right now is I went back to teaching art so that I could kind of game plan differently, because I kind of went straight like, I'm done teaching, I'm gonna do art all day, I'm gonna sell art without having a strategy. And this last piece of artwork that I did, like I mentioned, I really wanted to honor my dad and where he's from. So I used mangos in Sinaloa, right? So I use that as symbolism as part of where he's from. The butterfly part of migrating. And then I like to use a lot of color. It's really interesting because when I start to paint something, the first thing I see is color. So when I go to, if I'm painting a portrait, I think of what color contrasts with their skin tone. So a lot of the time in my artwork, you'll see orange and blue together. Whenever I start, it's the first thing I start is with color. I can't really explain it. It just kind of comes to me. Yeah. Fashion plays a huge role in art because I think it shows identity. It shows who you are. I think that even for myself, fashion, I like to be comfortable. So a lot of the time it might not be the most elaborate pieces, but I feel comfortable in who I am and my identity when I show up and the way I dress. So I think the fashion show, I'm excited for it. I've never been to a show, so I'm excited to see every artist's identity in their fashion and what they wear. I interpret the meaning of being a chingona, first in general, by really going after the things that I want to accomplish. And in my artwork, I try to show that by, a lot of the times I have self-portraits of me. I'm in a lot of my artwork. And I think by doing that, I'm always reminded of I am the one who can get myself to where I want to go with my artwork. I would love to have my students who are predominantly Latinos to see what art could do for them the way it has for the community. And congratulations to Tanya for the 15 years of success in Chingona Soles, and I hope for another 15 years and more for you. What this does for me is it brings me hope to keep working hard and to not let any dreams be withered by any failures and to keep going strong. Shout out Abby for telling me all about this wonderful Chingona Soles. I'm excited for her art piece as well. And shout out to Tanya for the opportunity.